Namaste, dzień dobry, assalamu alaikum, ciao, konnichiwa, bonjour, hola. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Ken at 10. It's September. Welcome. It's sunny. Can you believe it? You get back to work after the summer holidays, and what happens? The sun comes out. It's typical, isn't it? And I know it's bad news for most people that are kind of working, thinking, oh, the sun's out and I'm at work. But actually, for the property market, it's good news. I'll tell you why. Because everything looks better in the sunshine. It's really partly that simple, and partly the fact, of course, that when families are out looking for property, if the sun's out, they're more likely to come out and view. And so it is good news from that point of view. And obviously, we all like a bit of sunshine, and an Indian summer would be nice, wouldn't it? Let's hope it continues throughout September. I've got a feeling it will change soon enough, though. You can already feel a sort of change in the atmosphere, can't you? How was your weekend? Hope you had a good one. Went to see a live show on Saturday, a jazz show, which was absolutely fantastic. A lady called Mindy Bear in Pizza Express Jazz in Dean Street, and I recommend it. If ever you fancy a bit of jazz, go down there. Nice contrast from Ronnie Scott's, not very different actually. Good live shows and everything. As far as the property market is concerned, there is an article in the Telegraph saying that the rentals rose at the fastest pace on record last month, with prices paid by tenants up by 5.3%. Now, it's no surprise given what's going on, but Stuart Hare, the chief exec of Skipton, says Britain's landlords are facing a triple blow of higher taxes, rising mortgage costs, and increased red tape, including tighter energy efficiency regulations. He warned of a slightly demonised private sector where landlords are getting squeezed from tax and from the mortgage rates they're having to pay, and then getting demonised in the process. Well, I would say it's more than slightly. And that is a frustration for many landlords, I know, because they have this kind of dilemma on the one hand of they've got rising costs. On the other hand, most landlords feel guilty about passing on those increases to tenants, but have no choice. And of course, the difficulty for tenants is they have very little choice as well. So really tough times out there for people. But aside from that, it's meant that a lot of landlords are selling up. So we've got more and more people are choosing to sell their former buy-to-let investments, and that's something we're busy with at the moment. We've got a cracker on at the moment, actually, and that's in St Christopher's Gardens, a little one-bedroom flat. Might go to a first-time buyer, though. It's quite likely to, because it's a cute little flat. Apart from that, the mums market, well, it's underway now, 4th of September. It starts in earnest more next week from this week, we find, because this week people are just kind of orienting themselves back to work. They're a bit disorientated from being away and having the holidays and the families and talking about what happened, reminiscing over what happened in their summer holidays, who got the sunbeds and who didn't. And then, of course, as things settle down, they start to think in earnest about their future and about perhaps moving. And of course, the end of the year, end of the Christmas period or the new year, for many people is a pivotal point. They either want to be in before Christmas or in before the new year. But one way or another, the way to make that happen in property is that you've got a 3-month minimum lag. In other words, you make an offer today, the chance of being in before Christmas is possible, but it's tight. If you leave it another month, it's unlikely. So that's why the September market comes on quite strong. And we call it the mums market because the children are back at school and then mum goes out to hunt. And that's our experience here in Norway. Of course, it's different in all areas. If you're in a coastal area, then the July-August period tend to be the busy times when people are on their holidays and then they make those life decisions. But in our London commuter areas, it tends to be a little bit this way around. We just did the podcast, released that on Friday with more information about that sort of stuff. Do look it up. Look on the bottom of the screen on the ticker and you'll see how to get to it. Apart from that, we've got the money meeting today and then fairly quiet actually in terms of valuations. So if you are considering selling, it's very important to get it done quickly if you're thinking moving this year. So do get in contact if you want some practical, honest and straightforward advice from professionals that have been doing this for over 30 years. That's it for today. Hope you have a fantastic week. We'll be back same time tomorrow. Until then, look after yourselves and if you can, your family and friends. Ciao.